Welcome and welcome back to another timeless pick a card reading on Tarot Pal. If you are a returning subscriber, I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, you know every day I'm grateful for your continued support, your faith, and your time. I'm absolutely overwhelmed with the wonderful, lovely, sweet messages of motivation, of support, of confirmation that you leave me in the comment section. I genuinely feel extremely grateful and blessed that I have you with me. I truly mean it. I know you hear it in every tarot reader's account, maybe, or every YouTuber's account. But I also understand why they say that, because it is a wonderful feeling to be supported as humans, as a community that we are building and growing in Tarot Pal. I'm truly grateful for it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, moving on. What are we doing today? Today we're going to be covering a couple of things with this reading. If you've just found me on YouTube algorithm, a quick message for you. We do thrice a week. I go live on Instagram and I give personal readings. So if you want to find more fun content and you like tarot readings, you might want to follow me on Instagram. The link is in the description box below. This is a timeless reading. This is a part 2, while part 1 and part 2 are of course not related, but I'm continuing our Halloween specials. Always excited to know what are your plans for Halloween as well. How are we going to do this? You may feel drawn to more than one pile. Again, it's a general reading. You listen to your intuition. Not every message is meant for you. Every pile may have a message for you, okay? So we're going to look at channel messages. We're going to look at tarot and oracle. We are going to answer a yes or no question. The question I've asked is any and anything, literally anything that your spirit guides, ancestors, and passed on loved ones want to bring you today. Okay, so I've given them pretty much the blue sky. Any information, any message they want to tell you. Today we're trying to get into it and see what is upcoming, what do they think about you as a person. Whatever shows up, we'll see how it goes, okay? I have 3 options for you. 3 pile options for you here. First option is the feather. Okay. The second option is a handmade evil eye by a beautiful Tarot Pal member, Madhurya. If you're watching this, thank you so much for this again. And we have a prayer wheel. This, by the way, comes from Leh, India. It has Om Mani Padme Hum written on it. So this is our option 3. You can take your time to make your selection. I will see you in your pile. Those of you who picked this feather, I don't know why you picked it, but if in case you are personally finding feathers around you, please know that every feather has a particular meaning associated with it, especially if you're finding white and black or black feathers around you. It strongly talks about your ancestors and spirit guides' presence. It also talks about protection being present in your life from them, okay? I'm going to look at tarot, oracles, and we have a postcard for you as well. We will ask a yes or no question. Take a cup of coffee and let's start off. What messages do we have from tarot? This is the Nostradamus deck. Pretty used up, but I absolutely love the energy of this and couldn't have thought of a better tarot deck for this reading than this. Let me just set this up. Ooh la la, that's Moonology, that's Work Your Light. And I think for now that is enough. We will add on more cards with your angel card and your postcard in a bit. Okay, I'm ready to start talking. Let's explain what this is about. Okay, first of all, let me tell you who all are perhaps channeled here. If you were very attached to a grandfather figure, he's clearly showing up. A strong masculine energy is very much present here. This does not have to be somebody whom you've known in your, walking life or this lifetime. Some of you have also the energy of a spirit guide who's a masculine figure. Please understand, energies are not in the human form. So they could be in any, these are star bodies, these are from different galaxies. Energy is very different than how, as a human mind, we perceive it to be. But the energy of masculine energy means that they're very active, they're very protective. Of course, you've picked the feather again. There could be a strong grandfather whom you were very attached with. They are coming in as your passed on ancestors. If you've never known your grandfather, because I do feel some of you have never even met your grandfather or known them in the real life, this could also be them still coming in to bless you and tell you, just because you didn't meet me does not mean that I don't see you, does not mean that I'm not with you, does not mean that my DNA coding, of course, is not playing out for you, right? Those are the kind of spirits and guides that I strongly see present in this reading for you. Of course, if it resonates, do let me know in the comment section below. The first message that your ancestors have is that, in fact, you know what, I'm getting too many messages, so I'm just trying to bring it all together and see which one do I want to start off with. Okay. Let me just cover the zodiac signs first as well. You know what? This is why I love doing spirit guides reading, because there's so much to say and you don't know where to start. Okay. There's a strong cardinal energy here with the new moon in Libra showing up, which means Libra is of course present. The Four of Swords does talk about, you literally have the Libra name written here, if you can see that. Let me try to focus it. There, can you see? Literally says Libra. Four of Swords is a highly Libra energy, a strong air sign energy as well. With the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles here, this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, also strongly present. Many of you perhaps enjoy Christmas a lot. I don't know why, that's a very clear message coming in. Some of you are big Christmas fans, okay? You really enjoy the Christmas time. You've perhaps also deep dived and understood in your smaller ways the Christ consciousness. You've also researched about Christianity as a religion, or you might belong to Christianity itself. You may have, you have an interest in the Abrahamic religious cultures, okay? Some of your ancestors may have also, you could perhaps come from a family line where there's been a lot of migration, which means like, maybe somebody was from Europe and they married somebody from Canada, and then that, they had a child who was born in Australia, and you know what I'm trying to say, like there's a global feel to this reading. Your ancestors have been through different cultures. Your spirit guides are very much with you, and you perhaps have that flavor in your personality. You might not have ever left your own city. I'm not saying you're the one who comes with, I don't know if you've ever seen that video which talks about we are all one, because if any of us go for an actual DNA test, you would be surprised the kind of cultures, or rather the kind of communities that show up, which could be possibly present in our DNA centric, okay? So clearly your ancestors, your spirit guides are here to tell you that you're not limited to the geographical placement that you're here now, okay? You do have access to the ancestral knowledge that comes from various communities, okay? The first guidance or the wake-up call that I want to start off with is, where are you? This crumbling card, if you see, it literally says, what are you clinging to? And then the Four of Swords talk about inaction, overthinking, of course, resting and considering all the options. But this pile, whoever's picked this pile, is trying to hold on to something in fear of the unknown to a certain extent. Some of you are holding on to a relationship, a job, which you perhaps have outgrown, which perhaps is not taking you anywhere, or a relationship which maybe even never happened and just happened in your mind itself. Some people here, because it's the Four of Swords, it is the air energy. You've perhaps created a verbatim about a relationship, a significant relationship in your life, and you're living that verbatim, but that's not the real reality. And you're clinging to that verbatim because you're very scared. What if that is not your truth? Okay, and let me tell you, that is not your truth. If I have to tell you that whatever you think about this person is not your reality, spirit guides want to come in and tell you, if I tell you that everything that you believe about this person and the script that you've made about them to be this rose-colored person, and you're clinging to them so hard, you're clinging to that narrative so hard. Some of you, this could be even like, I will be happy when I move to that place. I will be happy when I find this person. I will be happy when I get that job. What if I tell you that you won't be happy even if that happens? Okay, because there's something deeper inside which you need to fix, heal, work upon. And as a tarot guidance, remember, tarot is guidance. I can point you to the direction. You would know which direction it's leading to, which is why, of course, meditation goes hand in hand with such conversations, right? Many of you are either already started off with a startup or come with an interest to create a legacy. This is my legacy card. This talks about self-sufficiency. This talks about being truly, genuinely independent, being truly confident in who you are, creating wealth not only for yourself, but wealth that will be left behind for the generations to come. It's such a wonderful card to show up on a Halloween special ancestral reading. Some of you will be blessed with some sort of a heritage. In case you are fighting a property dispute of some kind, it will resolve in your favor. I do have the justice, of course, showing up with the Libra energy here. But if it's not something related to a property matter that you're already dealing with, you will build property for your generations to come. You will leave wealth. You will leave name, the fortune and the name for many of you who will come after you, okay? Some of you are being advised to spend more time with your father or the father figures in your life. Some of you are being advised to connect with leaders of your industry, okay? Whatever that means to you. Follow more people whom you would perhaps like to be. Understand how they did what they did. Learn from those who have been here before you or are slightly higher above you in the career ladder, in the relationship sector. Whichever aspect you want to heal, there are people who are kings of that space, and you can learn from them. Reading about your ancestral heritage, where do you come from, reading about the place that you were born in, reading about the place your father was born in, reading about the place your granddad made his first property. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Digging deeper into the roots, going back in history, trying to understand where do you come from. Some of you might also have a certain amount of interest in the Buddhist culture, or you're exploring Buddhist philosophies. That also is showing up for you. Many of you are leaving behind a stable relationship or desperately trying to, and a new romantic cycle will begin for you. I would say this entire annual year will go for you whenever you're watching this reading. It's a timeless reading. Whenever you're watching this, for the next 365 days, if you could consistently focus on everything that I just spoke, till now, you will evolve. If you see in this card, there is a breaking down that is happening, but look at the beauty that lies ahead. Look at the way that lies ahead. Okay, stop latching onto that fear that something is going to let go away from you. You're ready for it. You're literally ready for it. Some of you, of course, are, okay, in case this is related to somebody who have kids, okay, you have children and you are perhaps thinking about how does this affect my child, or some of you are worrying about, I'm not getting married and I really want to have a child. Something to do with, also this could be something to do with your own childhood, which your spirit guides and your ancestors want to come in and remind you. The full moon in the month of November, if you're watching this when I post it, will be supremely relevant for you. Please do some moon magic rituals. If you're not following me on Instagram, again, you will find the link below. We've covered a lot of moon spells and moon magics and how do we work with the phases of the moon. This file really needs to work with the phases of the moon. Don't shame yourself for your sensitivity. But that said, don't expect others to be always at the same, to be sensitive means to also understand everybody else is not here to get you, okay? Everybody else is not purposefully trying to be mean to you. Sometimes we may feel, and I'm not trying to say that somebody who is mean to you, and I'm trying to, victim shame here. The idea here of saying this is many times, many times, it is our own wounds which become projections towards the people we are with. Especially, this could be a message for some of you who are dealing with a boss or an authoritative figure or somebody in the government. Someone who is at a state of power triggers you, okay? This could be even the politicians of your country. If they are extremely triggering for you, it kind of says something to you, right? I mean, sure, you might have an opinion about the political situation. I mean, that's you to you, you do you. But it should not be stealing away your peace, okay? It should not be stealing away your peace. We are going to look at your postcard before we channel into your messages, okay? Your channel messages. If the reading so far has resonated and you found something of value here, do not forget to hit subscribe. That would definitely mean the world to me. There is always more than one side of an argument. I was just saying that. You're perhaps feeling more triggered by somebody and it's not as bad as you're making it. To every story and hundreds of ways to be right, be different, be at odds, and so on. Today, we suggest that instead of looking for differences, you find a meeting place of agreement and approach this experience with understanding and compassion. Seek common ground to understand how another person thinks or how an alternate plan might be laid out. Stay out of judgment too. Observe, discern, but accept that others have different stories, experiences, and journeys, and some people might refuse to remain open to another's point of view. So, no matter what, you've been presented with a great opportunity to explore a new way of doing things, Once common ground is reached, you're attracting people and situations that enrich your life and bring you wonderful things to learn. We love you so, so much. I again feel very strongly, whoever's watching this reading, whenever you're watching this, within the next 365 days, your career and your wealth is going to definitely stabilize, and you're going to get more appreciation for the work you do, okay? We are going to look for some channel messages first, and if I need more, I will take in more. Let's see. These are very specific messages, guys, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. Wow, we are making this in the month of autumn. This is Halloween. It also talks about shedding away that old skin and preparing yourself for the cold winters. Of course, winters are a wonderful time for healing after all. Friday, I am surprised I'm shooting this on a Friday. A Friday and an autumn evening gives me a lot of messages for me, whatever that means to you. Pray. This Halloween, this Sunday, just pray. That's all you need to find that light that you're looking for. This is Archangel Jophiel, bringer of joy. Okay? You can work with him, you can call upon him. These are, again, like I said, these are very specific messages. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Complicated. Again, this brings me back to that relationship story. You're holding on and you're making life difficult than it needs to be. Didn't I say that there is something to do with Europe? I felt that in this reading. Okay. Thursday. This could be a relevant day for you. You could be born on this day. Somebody you know might have been born on this day. If you need to cry, cry it out. Cry and pray. Such beautiful symphony here. I want you guys to take some deep breaths while I quickly fold this up and think of a yes or no question that you need guidance with from your ancestors, your spirit guides, and let's see what comes out for you guys. Okay, I'm going to pull the pendulum in and let's see what we get. Let's put this away. Are we ready? Okay. The answer for pile 1, feather. Dear ancestors and spirit guides, is it a yes or a no? Is it a yes or a no? That's a no. That's a pretty clear no, whatever you've asked. For those of you who've picked feather, the answer to your question is no. If you were looking for no, congratulations. If you've got it, something that you wanted the other way around, I again want to remind you of this card. Okay? I hope you love this reading. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Halloween. I will find you in the next reading. Don't forget to watch your November monthly reading, guys. The link is in the description below. Wish you a wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome if you've picked this beautiful evil eye. I love this so much. We're going to place this here. We are going to look at channel messages. I have a postcard for you. And we will also do a yes or no at the end of this. If the readings do resonate, don't forget to hit subscribe. Leave me a comment below. And let's see, don't freak out just because you saw tarot tower, just in case you know how tarot works. Tower is not a negative card. It's one of my favorite cards. By the way, those of you who like to know, because I know my Tarot Pal family from Instagram have often told me, we really love it when you tell us which one you picked, because it gives me a funny sense of assurance. So by the way, I've picked 2 piles for myself. The second and the third are the 2 piles I've picked, if you wanted to know that. I never see these cards before I come to this reading, so it's fun for me. I flip them together. I typically avoid shuffling on camera, but if you'd like me to do that, if it's healing for you, if you enjoy that process, leave me a comment below and I might consider doing that as well. Okay, let us look at what is Spirit trying to tell you. We'll get to the postcard and the angel cards in a minute. Beautiful energy. Honestly, love the cards. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. With the Empress and the 2 of Swords showing up, first of all, I definitely see a strong Libra energy. Libra, Scorpio rather. We are doing this as a Halloween special while it's a timeless reading whenever you watch it. So I absolutely love it that it is the season of Libra, Scorpio. 31st of October, after all, is heavy Scorpio energy. And we have the Tower card showing up for you here. We also have Empress, and which is heavily Venus. I have heavily Scorpio. Pluto energy is strongly present. Jupiter Pluto has gone direct. I've made a post on my Instagram account on Jupiter going direct. You might want to check that out, whoever's picked this pile. I strongly also feel you might want to see the reading wishes coming true for you, because your spirit guides clearly have some gifts coming your way before 2022 begins. The link is in the description box below. Okay. Unlike pile 1, here I feel a strong feminine energy, which means this could be a grandmother whom you've known in life. This could be somebody you just could not be a grandmother, an aunt, somebody you've been very closely associated with. You may have met them, may not have met them. That's absolutely okay. There's a strong feminine energy. Your spirit guides who are getting channeled here are also perhaps more feminine in nature. That's energy, guys. So which means they're very receptive, they're nurturing, they always show up for you. It's a very motherly energy. This pile is giving me strong mother vibes. Okay, some of you who've lost your mother, that also energy could be showing up here. What messages do they have for you, and what do they want to tell you? First of all, I strongly want to tell this pile, hug yourself. Okay, just hug yourself before we continue with this reading, because somebody wants to come in here from your ancestors and tell you they are so proud of you. They are so proud of you. You have gone through so much in life, and you're so harsh on yourself when it comes to trying your best to make the best decision for everyone around you, for yourself. You're consistently trying to make sure that you're not taking the wrong road. And while of course that is a fear symptom, they understand where you come from, and they are genuinely proud of your journey. They are genuinely proud of your beauty. Some of you really need to hear this. You're beautiful. Okay, you're absolutely stunning. You're gorgeous. You need to know this. Okay, you needed to know this. Some of you are seeing angel number 2121. If you are, let me know in the comments below. I just saw that number again, by the way. Some of you are seeing 1212, 1221, combinations of 2 and 1, 0211, 2112. Those kind of numbers are repeatedly showing up for you. The number 2 resonates with the divine mother, the divine moon, the divine energy of harmony, love, peace. Okay. Also, with the dance of life showing up, clearly you guys are getting too heavy and serious on yourself. Somebody wants to come in here and say, can we just rest for the rest of the year? Okay, can we just take it easy for the rest of the year? Whenever you're watching this, okay, can we just let our hair down and flow and rest and sleep more, do some beauty rituals, man or woman, I don't care. Just take care of your body, have fun with friends, go out. Take it easy. Take it easy. That is what your guides want to come in and tell you first. You've come a long way, darling. You've literally come a long way. Pat yourself in the back. This has been a pretty healing and big year for you. Let me know if that is true for you. True for me for sure. Some of you have been working on something from either this July, which is July of 2021, or the July of 2017. And there is a conclusion, a climax approaching for you guys in the month of January 2022. If you're watching this before January 2022 or July 2022, take it when you watch it, because of course this is a timeless reading. Somebody will watch it way later. Eclipses are always a wonderful time wherein there's a shadow, yet there is a lot seen within. Okay, this card showing up with the Tower energy, there's a lot that you need to see inside. There's some sort of an answer that you're trying to find outside. This could be even a relationship that you're trying to manifest into your life. But there's that last piece of the puzzle which you will find internally and not externally. You're making a lot of lists. You're making a lot of pros and cons of something. This could be even a job scenario or a creative project, or maybe some of you are planning to have a child, a little baby, okay? And you're trying to make too many ifs and buts and cons and pros, and there's a lot of analysis paralysis going on here, but you intuitively already know that there's a missing piece of this link. There's some more information yet to come, which the Tower will bring for you. It's a breakthrough. It's a blast of energy. It's universe stepping in and giving you exactly what you need, whether you're ready or not, okay? That is the kind of energy that your ancestors want to come in and tell you. This card, Empress, of course, talks to me about fertility, about growth, about nurturing. And nurturing begins with self. Your ancestors, especially a mother energy, wants to come in and ask, when was the last time you gave yourself 24 hours of pure self-love? You heard yourself, you meditated, you slept, you took care of your body, you ate well, you perhaps worked out if you felt like it, you did not if you didn't feel like it. When was the last time you did everything, 124-hour cycle, when all you thought about was your own heart, your own body, and your own spirit? I strongly feel some of you should listen to Krishna Das music. I don't know why that came in very strongly. It will be very healing for you, okay? Krishna Das is pretty well known. You will easily find him on YouTube. Wow. Some of you have ancestors who have, and this is, of course, mediumship, talking to people who are departed, okay? And look at this. Some of you, like I said, have known this person in your real life while you were awake. While you've been alive, you've known this person. And they want to come in and tell you they love you. And some of them are also seeking a certain amount of forgiveness from you, okay? If they were mean to you, if they were too harsh to you, they want to come in and say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I did that to you. I didn't mean it like that. I can see now in this body how deeply wounded that would have felt for you. You know, how much it would have crushed your soul, and I'm really sorry. So if you're waiting for an apology from someone who's no longer here, or if you feel guilty about how you treated them, it's all done. It's all dusted. This is done. Tonight when you go to bed, listen to Ho'oponopono prayer. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Type that in the comments below if you have reached this part of the reading. I really, really can feel that energy so strongly. It's making me emotional. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Okay? And I wanted to say that to you. Okay? You're loved and it's all done. You do not have anything to be guilty about. You've given it your best shot and you're doing so well. You have nothing to feel bad about. I'm going to get into your postcard right now. Let's see what Spirit wants to tell you. Are you taking yourself and... Wow. What did I say with the dance of life showing up? Okay. Let's start off with the first sentence there. Hit subscribe if you haven't yet, guys. Are you taking yourself and your problems too seriously? Maybe the future is weighing on you. We would like to take a little break from all that and start having fun. Oh my God. Do you see this? Go out and dance. When you stop fixating on what has been making you heavy-hearted, we get a chance to move some magic in your direction. We just need you to let go a little. Spirit needs some room and gets very inspired by your laughter when you have fun. Such a lovely message. I just love this. Spirit needs some room and gets inspired. You know what? Thank your spirit guides as well. They're doing a pretty thankless job sometimes, I feel. Thank you. I want to say that to my spirit guides. Thank you for allowing me to build this community with Tarot Pal. Thank you for the life I have. Thank you for these lovely people who are watching this. And thank you for blessing us all with your presence. Just whoever's listening. When was the last time you got really loose, silly, and goofy? Maybe you need to go dancing or watch some very funny comedy to make you laugh, or call the one friend you know will remind you how ridiculous and delightfully giddy you can be. You will return refreshed and renewed and ready to once again see the world as less daunting, and you will be ready to receive in perfect timing the bounty that Spirit has for you. I love this. There is something growing for you. Don't you just love how much we care about you? I love you. I love you, if you needed to hear that. Okay, I'm going to get into channel messages. And let's see what comes out for you. I'm going to not take too many. I'm trying to keep this read not become too long. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me take 2 more. Okay. Okay, these are very specific messages, guys. It won't resonate with everybody. Just take what you get and leave the rest. I love how Spirit works. That's my birth year. I don't know about you guys. Tell me if anybody's here who had a significant year of 1990. That's my birthday. That's Libra. I mean, I love how Spirit channels for me. Just absolutely love it. Rethink. There is something you already know and something you want to get done, but you're just not getting it done. Hence, you're being asked to just take it easy. Take it easy. Take your mind off it. Come back at it. You'll have your answer. Morning rituals might be very, very healing and helpful for you. Tuesday. This is pretty specific. Of course, the energy of Mars shows up wherever Tuesdays come up. Affirmation. I love it. I love it. I love you. Thank you. Okay. Those are some affirmations right there. Capricorn could be an important person in your life. The months of Capricorn, which is December and January, might have a very specific event occurring for you, or you might get the answer to what you're hoping to get. Business partner. This, of course, talks about partnerships as well. The Empress card, the year 2000. Wow, 2 years here, and that's 20 years. Something happened maybe 20 years ago for you, some of you. Illusion. Okay. I think that answer is coming for many of you. There's some sort of an answer coming for this pile. Okay, we are going to ask you to take some deep breaths. If you still haven't subscribed, I'm going to say that the one last time. Hit subscribe if you've liked this reading, if you found inspiration, if you know this is for you. Share it with a friend if you feel they would also love this energy. Sharing is caring. And I want you to think of a yes or no question. Okay, let's stabilize this. This is, of course, Pendulum will take the maximum people's energy who will watch this reading. So take some deep breaths. Think about your question. Okay. Can I in any way help you see my hand? I don't think I can, but you got to trust me on this. Pendulums work the way they work. I hope you know how pendulums work. Okay. We are going to ask a yes or no question. I'm going to just get quiet for a minute. Take some deep breaths myself. You can think about your question. Thank your spirit guides for showing up today. Thank you, spirit guides, my spirit guides and your spirit guides for showing up today. What is the answer for everybody who picked pile 2 and the evil eye? What is the answer to the question for everybody who picked pile 2 and the evil eye? What is the answer? The answer is a yes. Okay? We good? Your answer is clearly a yes. Again, the month of January showed up for me. For some of you, January is a relevant time. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you so much for your time. Wish you a wonderful, wonderful Halloween. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to those of you who's picked the prayer wheel. First things first, some of you are seeing number 3131, 1331 or 1313 because that was the timer when this started. I love how angel numbers are showing up so much. Om Mani Padme Hum is definitely a mantra that you guys might want to work with. Om Mani Padme Hum. Okay, write it, chant it 108 times. It is a strong manifestation and healing mantra. We are going to start off. Oops, I just realized pile 2's symbol is still here. Okay. We have, what are we going to do today? We're going to channel into your spirit guides, ancestors, loved ones, whoever wants to show up. We have a pendulum, yes or no, at the end of this reading. We also have some channel messages that we will look into. First, let's look at Nostradamus Tarot. Oh, nice. Those of you who like to know my pile selection, I already told pile 2 as well. 2 and 3 were my selections, so I'm excited to see what my spirit guides want to tell me. Okay, this is funny. Both piles 2 and 3 have a very similar energy in certain things. Okay, let's see what shows up again. Wow, they had eclipse and said conclusions are within reach. Some of you may want to watch pile 2, by the way. You might have a message for you there. I think strongly. Yep, please go watch pile 2 if pile 3 resonates with you. I think there's a message for many of you who's picked pile 3 in pile 2 as well, which is why I loved how I picked my own selections. Okay. We have the energy of Cancer, the energy of Libra, the energy of Aquarius, Gemini. Aquarius, Gemini strongly here. A little bit of water, but that's mostly what I feel. I'm not really feeling that water energy as much. Strong Neptunian energy. Some of you may be Pisces rising, Pisces sun. Those energies are also present here. Some of you, I'm going to start off with the Star Seeds card for you guys, okay? A lot of messages. Many of your spirit guides, okay, are not from this world. Some of you already know what star seeds are. In fact, many of you know what star seeds are. You already are aware that you've come here with a mission. You've come here with a mission of uplifting humanity. You're not, how do I explain this? If you don't know what star seeds are, and it's not an ego message, guys. Some people, you know, in the spiritual community start thinking, oh, if you think that you're a star seed, that's your ego talking. No, that's just awareness of where I come from. Of course, if it makes me delusional to think I'm better than other people, then if it is my ego talking, okay? The Jupiter and the Saturn transits are strongly affecting this pile. There are many videos I make on astrology on the Instagram account if you're not following me there. Jupiter has gone direct, so has Saturn in the sign of Capricorn if you follow Vedic astrology, in the sign of Aquarius if you follow Western astrology. And these transits have had a drastic impact on your life. Some of you could be Aquarius rising, Pisces rising, Capricorn rising, or else Sagittarius rising. These rising signs are very strongly present here. If you feel extremely stuck, your ancestors want to come in and tell you that you'll start seeing movement now. It's not going to be like a drastic movement like 2 days and life is it's all good. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's more to do with gradually I think you're also sensing it, and I think some of you are sensing it while I'm talking about this. Tell me how your lower back feels. If there's a certain amount of stiffness, a certain amount of tingling sensation, there's something about your spine that is strongly showing up in this reading. There's something about your back and your spine that your spirit guides want you to focus on. Some of you may have started yoga. I have. Some of you may be planning to start off some sort of a workout regime. Apply it as it fit, guys. And I typically give my examples because I know it's easier to relate to a person like that. I'm not trying to talk about myself. The full moon in December and the full moon in November, if you're watching this while I post this, are going to be super, super healing for you guys. Revelations are coming your way. Something that you've been hoping to achieve is going to happen, especially, by the way, if you've been planning any sort of a migration, travel plan, visa approvals, getting an approval for an education abroad. Those kind of things will materialize for this pile in the next 3 months of whenever you're watching this timeless reading. Your ancestors want to come in and assure you that many of your ancestors have been mad travelers. They have gone through the globe. Some of you might have also been attracted to one, maybe, okay? They've gone through the globe. They've explored life, and you've never really known where it comes from, but your earliest memories have perhaps been this absolute love for two things: moon and travel. Okay, some of you even astrology, because I do have the moon, the Jupiter, the Saturn. You also are people who have perhaps been very beloved by teachers. Don't worry if everything I say does not resonate with you. Some messages are very channeled in, so they are meant to be heard by people. Some of you, of course, okay? You've been very loved by teachers. Some of you are teachers or want to be teachers. This talks about wisdom. Some of you have a very, very wise, almost ruthless, analytical spirit guide or ancestor around you. But this is the massive protection that you receive. Respect people around you who are honest with you. I don't know who needs to hear this. Maybe you run away from certain amount of honesty. There are people around you who are honest with you, but you tend to get into that, again, Piscean energy, escapism. Respect those who are real with you. Respect those, value those, have gratitude for those who are honest to you, even if you don't like their honesty. They are a blessing. Okay, somebody wants to come in and tell you that. Soon you're going to be attending a family function, an event, or there could be multiple events that you're going to attend in the next 3 months. All of them will have opportunities tapped into it. Okay, all of them will give you opportunities to engage, interact with like-minded souls. Some of you might also feel triggered though in some of these social events. Your ancestors want to come in and tell you, I don't know who needs to hear this, carry a citrine. I'm so sorry, I don't know why I said citrine. Selenite, carry a selenite with you if you feel like this is an occasion, this is a family function. Christmas can be very triggering for many people because they have to, Thanksgiving and Christmas for many people are very lonely times. They bring in wounds, they bring in childhood traumas. If you are somebody who's in that space, carry a selenite, but maintain your calm demeanor. Travel if you can. Movement is definitely emphasized here with the Chariot card. In whatever form or shape you've been hoping for movement, some of you are pilots who will watch this or planning to become pilots. I don't know. I have very specific messages coming in today for all 3 piles. You'll need to pick what resonates with you. Some of you have been trying to make a decision between this or that, and your spirit guides want to come in and tell you, go with where there is realism, not where there is some sort of don't fall in love with potential. That's a very strong message. Ascended masters. If you are not already connecting to one or the other form of chanting, I strongly invite you to start considering chanting and mantra chanting as a regular spiritual practice for you. You will find tremendous healing and clarity, especially mental clarity, if you're struggling with it, okay? Some of your ancestors have also been very strongly spiritual people. They were known in their smaller or larger communities as people who've helped, not only help the community rise and grow and thrive in whatever form they could, they were also very philosophical, spiritual beings. Kuan Yin meditation is going to be super healing for you. Green Tara meditation is strongly showing up for you guys. I have just finished the book, the autobiography of Paramahans Yogi, of a yogi. I just absolutely love it. That's the guys shown here. You might want to read that book as well. This is talking about Krishna consciousness, Christ consciousness, unity consciousness. Your ancestors and spirit guides want to come and tell you, if you feel there is a separation between you and others, again, talking about I don't fit in here, I don't belong to earth, we are all one. Okay, it's all collective consciousness, and you're being asked to deep dive into those aspects of life, into understanding what it truly means. What does it even mean? You know, all of us have been hearing it since a child. We are all one, God is one, we are all one, God is one. What does that mean? What does that really mean to you? Okay, I am going to get into your postcards, and let's see what shows up. Pump up the music, bang the drum, get on up and start that hustle towards your goals and dreams. Realism, guys, again is showing up. Cut away the bullshit. If you're procrastinating too much, this is a call out again. Okay? There are times to be still, but this is not one of them. Now is the time to make that first move. Say yes to life. Pick up the phone. Make that decision. This again talks to me about decision. And that one step towards the God or us. Wow. We just talked about mantra chanting. Japa is what we call it in Vedic astrology, by the way. Expect a cascade of changes, good news and opportunities to show up as if by magic. Well, we know it's really spirit. All of us moving things around for your benefit. The point is that we are saying go for it. Did you come into this reading trying to think, should I or should I not? Don't lose your momentum. Don't lose your momentum, especially if you're a student, especially if somebody who's planning for an educational course, you're planning to start a new spiritual practice. Guys, literally, go for it. That's your thumbs up from ancestors. What are you waiting for? Whose validation do you need? Take positive action towards your dreams, even if the outcome isn't exact fit for your agenda. It will be orchestrated by spirit and arrive in divine appropriate timing. Don't you just love how it all works? We all love you so much. Careful of overindulgence. Your ancestors wants to come and tell you. Maybe you have a pattern which one of your ancestors had. You know, you get stomach issues when you eat a certain kind of a thing, when you overeat or you eat too much oily food or you overdrink. Careful of those overindulgences which we typically tend to get into, especially in the festive season for many of us, okay? Again, working with moon phases for this pile would be wonderful, absolutely brilliant. I also want to tell this pile that some of you have been planning to get more engaged and involved in the sustainability movement or save the planet and change your lifestyle, bring in some absolute lifestyle changes that are related to becoming more organic. Maybe you want to become a vegetarian. Maybe you want to cut down on single use of plastic. You know, those different ways in which we are helping Mother Earth. Please take this as a massive thumbs up to make those changes during the winter. If you're watching this while I post this, or in the next 3 months if you're watching this later, because it will help you move further. You know, it's going to be as if there's a karmic blockage around it, and if you could heal that ancestral debt, it will help you, okay? I'm going to get into some channel messages for you guys, and then we'll get into our pendulum. If this has resonated with you in any manner, or it has helped you, felt like, yes, that was for me, you may also, of course, want to see the other readings if it didn't resonate at all or it did a lot. Either way, don't forget to subscribe. Let's see. Karmic. I just said there's some sort of a karmic clearing or depth that you're clearing off for your ancestors. Ooh, this could also be some of you in a relationship which is not helping you. But, you know, this is YouTube. I'm not getting into it. Journal. Some of you may have recently started journaling or have been hoping to journal. Again, go for it was your message. Venus, again, showing up. I strongly recommend this pile, by the way, to watch pile 2 as well. South Node. If you don't know where your placements are, there is a Instagram tutorial that I made using an app. I'm not in partnership with them. You may want to see. South Node is your Ketu placement. This is where you have a lot of past life karma stored. Again, showing up, with there's something to do with you're clearing out a lot of not only your past life karma, but also for others who've been here before you. The winter season, of course, either you love it or there's something significant happening during that time. If you're waiting for something that has been lost, he's not only the bringer of love, he actually helps people find things that they have lost. If you've lost something important to you, I think you can call upon Archangel Chamuel and he will show up. Flow and surrender. Love this message. Ascended Masters is the card that again this came up with for me. Moon magic, didn't I say that? Check where your moon sign is as well. Okay. Sunday is Halloween. If you're watching this when I post this. Green, heart chakra meditation. The color green will be extremely healing for you. This is another Archangel, Nathiel, the bringer of drive and ambition to reach your goals. A lot of push here for this pile to move forward. Chariot to the, wow. Tell me if you saw this while this happened. I just talked about move further and we just heard move on. You get the message. Type in move. If you just saw this minute of synchronicity line up for us. Monday and Moon Day are very important for you. Some of you might be facing mental health issues around, you're trying to, again, latch on to something which is not serving you, which is giving you mental anxiety. Move on. That's your message. Yep. However long it takes, however much. I know it's not just some spiritual bypassing I'm asking you to do. Just pick up your bags and move on. But you got to be aware about it. You got to start working on it. And you got to believe in yourself and your spirit guides and ancestors that they are helping you through this journey to navigate through this. Again, Chariot talks about, I don't know if some of you have heard about Mahabharata. I hope most of you have. Krishna consciousness, again showing up with Chariot. He was the Sarthi, the one who drove the chariot for him. Surrender it to God. You are in the right hands. Some of you may have even strong friendships, which are your anchors or, life holders, okay? Let us ask a yes or no question. And see what comes up. Take some deep breaths. Of course, the pendulum is going to answer for the collective. Take some deep breaths and I'm going to start asking the question. I'm going to go quiet for a minute. Dear Spirit Guides, thank you so much for your presence. What is the answer for those who have picked the prayer wheel? Is it a yes or a no? Is it a yes or a no? That's a yes. We had 2 yeses today and a no. Okay, the Thursday, Sagittarius, December, KLM could be important for you. Those were the messages for you. I hope it resonated. I hope it helped you. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful Halloween. Take care. Bye-bye.